Hello everybody, Scuba here. Now I want to exchange the knobs out, the knob handles. Now I haven't done this in quite a few years. I did this for almost every type of Okuma reel out there. I worked with Vernon Gomexus, who were able to work on this project, and it started with the Blue Azores, and I was able to convert every reel I had that was Okuma. So this one is my first Safyre because they just came out. So I'm going to change out the T knob and I'm going to put on a power knob. Okay, I believe this one here is 47 millimeters. This one here is 42. This is the standard 38 for the size I'm using. I was going to go with the blue and silver, like this reel here is blue, black, and silver, but I'm just gonna go with the 38, which is black and silver. Okay, I just spun the handle off counterclockwise. This is a standard T. You know what's that? That's a T-bar handle. So I'm gonna get my homemade extractor. We're gonna pull the cap off. You know, pulling the cap off. It was such a perfect fit in here. You got to use something like how I made here. You get down there, you get it right in that little zone there and pop it off. So we have, let me see. Yep, that's the standard type of head they use for this side. Let me pull out my, you know, you have to put a lot of pressure on this because you don't want to strip out the head, and you push down hard and go crack like that, just one time, crack. If you don't do that, and the head starts stripping, you're gonna have to drill it out. Screws in there. Before I used to take it out, it was just a lot simpler just to leave it in there. So make sure it's there like that. Put everything on the side. Make sure you take everything off the way it is, because you're gonna put it back on the same way. And you said, hey, what happened to everything? Don't worry. You got your instruction sheet here at the bottom, and you think that's it? It's not, because this is a little box here that if you will open it up, ooh, look at that. My little accessory pack. Now we just unscrew that, put that on the side here, make sure everything is kept in order. So I'll put that back on. I should be able to fit it just like that. Let's see if I'm lucky. So to do that, okay. This is gonna be a humbug. I'm gonna have to. Oops. Okay. Hopefully we can get lucky on this one by using what was already there. Because this is an unknown variable. We're not, well, I'm not used to working on this reel because this reel only came out a couple months ago. See, look at that. There's a lot of play right there. So we're going to have to use some of the spacers, see, that came in with it to fill up that gap. Now that's a good size gap, so I might need a really thick spacer and possibly some washers while I'm at it. I mean, Everything here is just experimental because nobody's ever done this before. So this is a spacer. Okay. Now, the other ones there, they come with two more. They're not as thick as this standard spacer is, but you also got those thin washers to kind of make up for it as fillers. See, it's too tight now. So I have to use one of the thinner ones instead. So I'm going to take this one back out. See, I made this on my own. Notice how I heated the tip and bent it. And I call it extractor because, boom, you can extract your fittings out of there without losing anything. Okay, take a look at that. Now, that's the one we just took out, which is thicker. This one here is a little thinner. So the one that's a little thinner, we're going to put in. Always put everything on a working mat or in a little box, soda box. And that way you can guarantee you're not going to lose anything. Hopefully. And I was looking for the screw's still in there. And when I tighten it, I only make it wrist tight because I don't know if it's the right size or not. This is all trial and error because we got a winner. Look at that. Notice that? We got a winner. And I'm going back and forth right now. There's no play. So in hindsight, when you open the pack, the accessory pack that comes with this, you're going to have this one really wide spacer, and you're going to have two of these thinner spacers. See that? These are that's one of the two thinner spacers, and you're going to have this really wide one. So I took one of them, put it in there. Look at that, perfect. And you're going to have a bunch of these washers here. You got 4 of them, so you can put that in there to help it be smoother or tighter. Up to you. All right. So let's go ahead and when you make it wrist tight, make sure that it's still going to spin. So you don't want to strip this out. So make it, push it in when you turn it, make it wrist tight. Woohoo! Look at that, gangies. Look. Now you know what to do. You go to Gomexus, you get this 38 millimeter. It's a 38 millimeter, and you can get the this is the basic chrome with the black inserts. You can go also with all chrome, and they also have another. I believe there is a one that this chrome with the blue inserts on the inside. That would also work. But if you're going to spend this kind of money, don't try color match it as close as you can. Okay. So we're going to save all the parts. In fact, you should see how many parts I got. God, I got so much accessory parts that it'd be good for other work. But I haven't done this for over a year. All this stuff here, I can throw away. I am going to keep this. Oops. It's, reduced that. Look at that. What do you think? That's probably the first Safyre that's ever been converted. I converted quite a few reels for Okuma over the years with the Vernon Gomexus of Gomexus, but this is the first for this one. Thanks. Okay, guys, what do you think? Looks pretty good. I mean, when I first got this, I was probably one of the first here to get the Safyre, but definitely the first to add on an accessory Gomexus 38mm power knob. Look at that. And it was easy. I had to figure out what I need to do. I shared that with you. Now you can do it. Just for this size, this is the 38mm that I used on the C5000, but you can still use that for the 1000 up to the 5000, right? Thank you.